Yeah, no, boy, I could have the intro, but then yeah, let's just do this. So yeah, we still trying to figure out the the intro, the catchphrase. We've seen a lot of YouTubers. They have like catchphrase for the intro and everything like that. But then yeah, we're still trying to figure that out. So yeah, eventually as time goes, it will come, and we'll have that. But then for now, my name is Letlogonolo, and this is my best friend Thabang.
Yeah. Hi everybody.
So now, the whole purpose of this channel is just to get an insight on how the whole experience.
Being a Bolt driver, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a Bolt driver. I've been a Bolt driver for 4 months now, and it's been an eventful 4 months. I think I have like 1,000 to almost 1,200 trips to my name. So yeah, if you come across my profile, please don't forget to rate me 5 stars, because I'm a fucking awesome driver. Those stars are very important. Please rate your drivers. Yeah. So first thing first, I just want to mention like a few things which people tend to overlook when requesting a ride, which is people just think it's as easy as downloading the app, putting in your address, and just putting in your destination and your pickup point, and you think that's it. There's more to it. And as much as it might seem insignificant, it's very significant, because now it makes my life as a driver easier, because I know where to pick you up, that kind of things. Because you might find yourself in a area where you're not familiar with. To you as a driver, it's like follow the GPS. And one thing I've noticed, the GPS Bolt is not very accurate. It's not, and in some areas it's just a mess. So there's that to unpack, because I feel like there's a misconception when it comes to that. There's not much insight on that. So this whole purpose of this channel is to shine light on such issues, and obviously we'll dive more into the incident that involved Bolt and everything, and hopefully with more engagement we can get a better solution to that. So I'm really hoping you guys like and subscribe, and make this thing blow up. I trust in God that this thing is gonna blow up. So I have faith. We believe.
So if you
definitely
believe, you also must believe.
So this is just a platform to make sure that people who have been assaulted by drivers, people who have
been victims.
Basically, if you have a story to share when it comes to your experience with Bolt, this is the platform for you. So we want to give people a platform where they voice out, and there's a bigger audience. And it just we need to create a safe space for people where women and children are safe when it comes to requesting a ride on Bolt. Because it's not, if I'm being honest, I've heard stories, and it's wild. It's wild. So so we need to make sure we get this right. So first thing first, let me just say, when you're gonna request a ride, if let's say you're at the mall or something, I'll use Greenstone, for example. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with the mall, but then yeah, it's on corner Modderfontein and Van Riebeeck Road. Yeah, that's Greenstone Mall. So with Greenstone Mall, I think Greenstone has like eight entrances which you can request from. So there's the usual pickup spot, which is entrance 1. Yeah, most people request from there, you know. And there's, I think, what else? There's also entrance 4. Yeah, when from our driver's app, if it happens that you request a trip to Greenstone, the destination is always by entrance 4, you know. So it tells you to leave the rider by entrance 4. So now, yeah, you get a request, and yeah, the first thing you need to do if you want to request a ride, please just make sure. You might think we know where you are because now we're following the pin or whatever. It's not that simple because the pin is not accurate. So the first thing you need to do, if you're requesting from a mall, send the driver the message. Let him know which entrance you're using or you at, so that he knows exactly where to pick you up from. Because it might say from the pin location, it says we're still using Greenstone as a reference, post office entrance, you know, and only to find out that you're not there at post office entrance. Maybe you're at entrance 2 or entrance 5, you know. So to make things easier, after requesting the ride, just send the driver the message and let him know that, you know, how's it, my man, I'm at entrance 4. And then yeah, I mean, with any other mall, just let the driver know where you are, you know. And if it happens that maybe you're requesting from your house, and maybe after a few requests you've noticed that, you know, drivers tend to get it wrong when it comes to your location, but then you're putting in the right location, just give him a heads up that, you know, Chief, look, from your location you are going to, there's a White House on your left. Stop by the White House. Don't stop maybe by the greenhouse, because you see every time they're stopping by the greenhouse. That kind of information is critical when it comes to requesting a ride. So now, because now from my side as a driver, all I know is, let me just follow the pin location, and that's exactly where I'm gonna go, and that's exactly where I'm gonna stop, you know. So to make things easier and to avoid such things, and next thing now you're having a quarrel with the driver because now he can't seem to find you. Now you've been waiting for a very long time. So to avoid that, just send him a message and let him know that you're at this place and that. Or but then, you know, I would say you could call, but then now calling is an issue, because by the time you call, maybe I'm finishing off a trip, I can't answer my phone. You can't use your phone while you're driving, you know. So that's also another issue. So I think you must just wait. Sending a text is the best option, you know. So yeah. So what other things do I want to discuss? There's a lot to discuss. So yeah.
Especially the Bolt driver issue.
Yeah.
So you also a Bolt and Uber driver too?
No, the thing, you know, there's a difference when it comes to Bolt and Uber.
Right.
You know, Uber hence is much more safer, I mean to say. Yeah, there's a situation where the process for you to become a driver under Uber is a bit more intense. Like there's certain things they need from you, and yeah, the security checks are way more intense from Uber than Bolt. Hence why when I started becoming a driver, it made sense how all the scandals that have been happening under Bolt. Because now, with me, when I started off, I just submitted my, yeah, it's easy to become a Bolt driver. You just need, you just need your PDP license, the disc for the car, the papers for the car to show that you're the owner of the car. What else do you need? Roadworthy certificate, you also need that. And just your documentation to show that you are who you say you are. So that's the things that you kind of need to become a Bolt driver. And most of the things are submitted online. So yeah, they check it, and then I think it might take you about 2 or 3 days. And after that, they send you a link via email for you to download the app. And once you download the app, you can become online and become a driver. It's as simple as that.
No wonder there's a lot of Bolt drivers than Uber drivers. When I request, when I go to Bolt, I see a lot of Bolt cars.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars under Bolt than Uber. So you see, the thing is with Uber, they have, like, the money is there. If you want to become a driver and you want to make money, I would suggest you go for Uber. But then now the problem with joining Uber, the security checks are intense. Hence why you get a lot of Bolt drivers. And the idea that Bolt is cheaper than Uber, which is not true, If you would request both Bolt and Uber to the same destination, you might find that Uber is cheaper than Bolt, Yeah. One thing about Bolt is that Bolt has a lot of promotions, which as drivers, we don't like promotions. I mean, you get people who have 50% promotion, 75, whatever, 40,
So, sticking with the promotion, I gotta ask something.
Yeah.
So they say there's a 50% promotion.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that say the driver gets the full payment.
No.
Unlike the Bolt.
You know what happens is, as a driver, let's say, you have a 50% promo.
I'm paying by card, by the way.
If you're paying card, it's much easier. Yeah.
So you get your full 150 than 65 rand.
Yeah, you get the full amount. If you're paying by card, it's much more easier, and it makes it, let's say if I'm a driver, with my experience now, if let's say you are a new profile, you just created your Bolt account now, and you are requesting a ride. If it's cash, chances of you getting a driver are very slim compared to you using card. That's the issue. Because now we as drivers know that if you're gonna request with the new profile, you are definitely guaranteed 50%. So if your trip is 50 rand, you're gonna pay 25. It's guaranteed. So now I'm not getting the full amount of the money that I need to get. I'm getting half of that, and nobody wants to get that because now petrol is expensive. Now cost of living is way too high. So hence why, and the thing is, a lot of things happen when it's a new profile. I've actually lost my phone because I've accepted the ride from a new profile. So it's not easy. It's not everyone who accepts a new ride, a new profile, So it's not safe at all,
Also, on your phone, does it show that this guy is a new profile?
No, what happens is when you're requesting a ride from my side, it shows where you are and where you're going. And it shows rating, how many stars you have. So now in most cases, new profiles have 5-star rating, 5.0. That's when you know that this one is a new profile. But then you do get people who have like maybe 72 trips, and then it's a 5-star because now you initially a good person,
Wait.
Yeah. So those ratings matter. So you must make sure that, if a driver is to rate you, he must rate you 5 stars, you know.
So so you drivers can rate us.
Yeah, we also rate you as people. The same way you are rating us,
That I
we
didn't
rate
know.
you
That
know.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
People tend to not know that.
Exactly.
So
You
the
see?
information is now,
Okay.
as much as you are rating us as a driver, we rate you as well.
What?
Yeah. I can write the comment that this person didn't even pay me. You know,
Hey.
that's the thing about, you know, the issue drivers have with Hans from Santin. Hans from Santin are the worst. Baba.
You have
Hans from
stories.
Santin don't wanna pay, Baba. That's the issue. Joe.
And the prettiest fuck, eh?
Yeah, you know, because now you think someone thinks because they're beautiful and they're pretty, they have pretty privileges now, they don't have to pay for the ride. Baba. It doesn't work like that. I need to feed my family with this money. Yeah.
The challenges
So-
you are facing.
So yeah, as much as it might seem like drivers are jerks and whatnot, but then now that's not the case. You know, we try by all means to put bread on the table for our families.
Yeah.
So it's an issue. Yeah, you can look at it from both ways. Because I've also been a passenger
Yeah.
on a Bolt ride. You know,
You're on a
now.
field, exactly.
Now that I get to be a driver, it made a lot of sense. Hence why when the stories broke out, girls getting raped, getting kidnapped, whatever,
GPV.
you know, those kind of stuff. Because now the security when it comes to enrolling drivers is very, very simple, you know. Yeah, at some point I've heard a story that, you know, people are renting out profiles, you know. Like me as a driver, I rent my profile to him. And I'm like, maybe I'm like, fuck, you know. I don't feel like working
Exactly.
today, you know. And then I'm like, boy, swag, do the most. And the next thing, and you know, people tend to overlook that, you know, you don't
Yeah. Don't
actually
see the
check.
drive.
Yeah,
You
don't
just see
check-
the number plate and then that's
yeah, people only tend to focus on, okay, the car, the registration plate of the car,
Yeah.
and the driver's name. And when you get in the car, you're like, are you Sydney
Yeah.
or are you Lechlogonolo? Obviously, I'm gonna say yes, even if I'm not him, because I know the minute I say no, it raises eyebrows. You become suspicious. You become worried. So obviously, I know I'm using Lechlogonolo's profile. So obviously, when you come in the car and you ask me, are you Lechlogonolo? I'm gonna say yes. So that's the issue. You know, you need to look at such things. If he's a yellow bone in the profile and next thing he rocks up and he's dark skinned like me, hi Baba, you must be worried. Why is he dark skinned?
That's a red flag. That's a
yeah,
red
that's
flag.
a red flag. Don't get into that ride because it's not safe.
Exactly.
You know, because these people who rent out these profiles, there's actually, what I heard is, I'm not sure whether it's true. So allegedly, yeah, there's a Facebook page where you can actually search and you get these people who are renting out the profiles, you know. So now you get a driver who doesn't have a driver's license. He's a foreign national, and what else?
Basically, it's illegal.
Yeah, you know,
It's illegal. Total illegal.
Yeah. So as much as we understand that he's trying to make,
He's trying to feed the family.
yeah, you know, he's trying to make bread for himself, but then now he's doing it the wrong way, because now if there's an issue, you can't trace that person.
Yeah.
You know, the person on the profile and the driver in the car are two different people. Or you get a situation where you request, and then when you get there, the car is different from the one on the profile. Don't get into that car. How is it that the car, the registration is CX78YL, and when you get there, the car is a different car, you know? And one thing I've noticed, people don't tend to check which car make is it, because there on the profile it shows you whether it's this car, like it does say Toyota Etios, you know, Toyota Corolla. If you don't know what kind of car that is, Google it and make sure you know which car you are expecting. You know, next thing you are expecting a Toyota Corolla and it's a Nissan.
But then on the profile, it shows the picture of the
Nissan
car.
Almera. You know, it's a Nissan Almera or it's a VW Volkswagen. You know, that's the issue. You need to make sure that the car that the car make on the profile matches the car that you're seeing outside. So now, there are, I think, four categories when it comes to requesting a ride. There's Bolt, there's Bolt Go, there's Bolt Comfort, and there's Bolt Extra Large. Yeah. And there's van.
And there's this new one about business. I don't know about business.
Well, I have no idea which one is business. I've yet to meet someone who works under business. So now, if let's say, if you join under Bolt, the normal Bolt, which is your sedans, your Toyota Corolla, your Nissan Almera, your Kia Rio, yeah, those kind of cars, you know, the ones with the big boot and whatnot. The ones usually people know. You know, you already know in most cases that this car is a Bolt or an Uber. It's guaranteed, you know. But now, hence, there's a new category now, which is Go. It's the smaller cars, like, you know, your Kia Picanto, your i10s, i20, and there's this new Toyota. I just don't know how to say the name, but then yeah, it's Ija or some shit like that. But then yeah, there's a lot of guys who are using that car, the Toyota. So yeah, so it's a smaller car. So let's say, hence, you are someone, there's like 4 of you guys, and yeah, you are big people, like, you know, don't request Go. Because now, next thing, I accept the ride and I rock up and you're like, we won't fit in here. I've already used my petrol to get there. Don't tell me you won't fit. You know, you must know these things. If now there's a lot of people, man, as much as you want to save, you can't be saving like that. Get a bigger car, you know, don't settle for a small car. Next thing, the ride is not enjoyable because now you are squashed together, you know. So you must get a car where, you know, everyone is comfortable and you are fitting all of you guys in there. So yeah, Go is when you are alone, or there's like 2 of you, you know, or like 3 of you, because now the cars are small. Kia Picanto, you know how a Kia Picanto is small, you know. Yeah, it's a smaller car, so make sure you know the difference categories, you know. Yeah, one thing I've also noticed that, you know, if you're under the normal Bolt, you can switch between Go and Bolt. So you can change between the two. You can just, yeah, intertwine between whether you want to take Go trips or you want to take Bolt trips, you know. So yeah.
So now I've got a question. Since I've been requesting, the Bolt Go takes long to arrive.
Because now there's not a lot of cars under the Go category, you know. Hence, in most places like Boksburg, Germiston, you know, those kind of places that are far out, they don't even have Go.
Hey, Bolt Go, you wait and wait 12
You-
minutes.
yeah, because in most cases, if you wanna request, the driver is far or maybe is approaching your destination because he's finishing a ride. Hence why you wait and you wait and
it's
you wait. Obviously, yeah, it's cheaper, but then now the thing is, for convenience, and yeah, in most cases where you are bound to find Go is Sandton, Four Ways, you know, yeah, the big shopping centers. That's where you definitely gonna find Go. But then now in places that are far out, like, yeah, because I remember I once had a trip to Katlehong, yeah, when I got there, I had a fucking busy day because now it was request after request. I feel like they were just getting to know, to experience Go,
Yeah.
because I don't think they have Go that side. So it was just request after request, yeah. So I made a killing that day. I made a lot of money because, it was request after request. So, yeah, that's one thing you need to know. You must know the different categories of Bolt, But then, yeah, on the issue of Bolt being not being saved,
yeah, that's the main concern, That's the main concern.
The safety of it is an issue,
Yeah. So,
like we just said, there's a group where you can rent a profile of a different driver, So I think Bolt needs to find a way to make registering drivers, a bit more tight, because it's way too easy. Because now the process for Uber, they need your fingerprints for you to become a driver. You don't just submit the details and you rock up and next thing you have a car, you are driving. No, they need your physical fingerprints to see whether. Yeah, so I feel like Bolt needs to do that, Yeah, so that's the issue as well. So they need to make sure, they put pressure on drivers who don't have licenses, I don't know how, because already these people are already doing it, So yeah, it's an issue. And yeah, I feel like maybe if this gets a bigger audience, at some point they'll have to do something about it. Because there are, as much as people have had their bad experiences with Bolt, there are good people here working under Bolt who are supporting their families of this, So yeah.
But our drivers are also in danger.
Yeah, I mean,
especially to the hoods,
especially like as a driver, if you as a driver, yeah, man. Let me say, if you're gonna start, if you wanna become a driver, there's places where I wish I knew this before, but then I guess I had to go through it and be able to tell my story.
Experience it.
Yeah. But then I've never come across a driver who hasn't lost their phone because of now. He accepted a ride that was not okay, Yeah. So places like Uvel is wild. That's where I lost my phone. So what happens is, let's say you are finishing off a trip, maybe in Uvel or maybe somewhere around Uvel, which is maybe could be Horton, it could be Observatory, places just that are just close by, and then you get a request. In most cases, what happens is, let's say you are finishing a trip in Uvel. There's a group of guys, before you even finish the trip, they already have spotted you that, okay, Grand Sharp, this guy is a Bolt driver. So they quickly request. So the profile is new. It's already new. It has no rights or whatever. It's a new profile. So what happens is, hence I'm saying, the issue with accepting a new profile, because now that's where the shady stuff happens, So they request with the new profile, because it's easy to create a profile on Bolt as a passenger. When you want to request, you can just create an email, next thing phone number, which doesn't even work, So yeah, you create that profile, they create that profile and they request. As soon as they request, as a driver, if you're new, in most cases they request to Roodepoort, from Uvel to Roodepoort. That's good money, in most cases. For the normal Bolt, it's like 2 something, and for go, it's like one something, but not less than 180, but then it's one something. So in your head as a driver, you're like, this is a good trip, I'm making good money. You quickly accept the trip because now you are in the middle of a trip already. You don't have much time to be looking at where's the destination or whatever. In most cases, you just look, okay, sharp, this is the place. You look at the money. You know, the money is where they catch you. Exactly. You focus on the money as a driver when you are on a trip. When you are on a trip and you are accepting another trip, you just look at the money. In most cases, if your trip is 20 rand, that's why, if your trip is a short trip, you wait long, you know, because nobody wanna take your trip because now it's a short trip. Walk, Baba. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm saying, but then now you need to understand, Jorge, petrol is expensive. Chances of you getting a driver in a short trip are very slim. That's why you have to wait longer. So that's the issue. So now, back to the story. They request the ride, you know, and then you look at the money. It's good money. You accept the trip, and then you finish the trip you were currently on, and then after that you on to the next trip, which is with the new profile, the shady one. So as soon as you get to the pickup point, let's say what happens is you need to contact people, you know. You contact the rider. Maybe you might send a message. What happened with me, let me tell my story then. With me, what happened was, it was in Newville. When I got there, I sent this person. I'm like, okay, hi, I'm outside, you know. And they're like, okay, I'm coming, just a few minutes. I'm like, okay, sure. So now there was a police van just behind me, not so far. So I'm like, if anything was to happen, the police are here. I doubt anyone would try anything when there's a police van just behind me. To when the police van left or whatever, I don't know. But then what happens is, in most cases, my phone, which the one I was using at the time, I took it off because now I had to text this person. So I text this person and I'm like, I'm at this place. And then we're talking. So now I'm checking my surrounding because you know Josie is wild. So I put my phone on my lap. I'm like, okay, sharp. And I'm waiting and I'm just checking. I'm looking at the mirror. So as I'm looking at the mirrors, there's a guy approaching, you know. So obviously, my first reaction is, okay, sharp. Because this guy is approaching and he has a phone on his hand. He's the guy who requested. So I opened the doors. I unlocked the doors. They open, you know. And as I'm looking at him to come in, he wants to sit in the driver's seat, in the passenger seat here in front. So there's another guy who comes in the window here on my driver's side. So the guy comes there and he's like, he knocks on the window. Baba, I'm a Uber walai shala sugala. So obviously, I'm shocked and I'm scared. I'm like, how? Okay, sharp. What's happening now? You know. So you get into panic mode because now you're trying to address this guy. You wanna tell him, I didn't know. You know. In my head, I was thinking, okay, let me just apologize and let this guy know, Jorge, I'm sorry. I didn't know Ubers are not allowed here. You know. Next thing. Obviously, this guy, I already opened the door. So my focus is here. So he's already opened the door. So now he grabs my phone, he closes the door and he runs off. And this one leaves as well. So now I'm panicking. I'm like, shit, my phone is gone. So what about the car? So my first reaction was flight. I didn't want to fight.
Obvious.
So I got into flight mode. Start the car and I went.
Flight over fight. Safety first.
So I went home, I got home, I used my other phone at home. I tried to access my emails only to find out they changed the password. So I couldn't have access to my Gmail account. So that's the issue now. So what I heard is once they have access to your phone, because now it wasn't logged, because now I was talking to the person who requested. So they had access to everything. In most cases, if you have banking apps, they are able to withdraw money from your account. You know, there's a lot of things they can be able to do from your phone. I remember when I got access to my Gmail account, they were trying to buy an iPhone with it. So now here on Takealot, there's a purchase for an iPhone which is just waiting confirmation for payment. So yeah, luckily at that time I was a broke nigga. I didn't have money, so yeah, my accounts were clean. So
Yeah.
I was safe when it came to having access to my banks and whatnot. So yeah, but then now that's the issue. It's a group of guys there by Yeoville. Everybody knows that they are there, but then the issue is, even when you go to the police and you report the issue, nothing gets done. So yeah, that's the issue when it comes to your safety as a tribe. Hence why, in most cases, if your profile is new or it's a 5-star rated profile, you don't take that, you know. Yeah, because I've also heard places like Eldos, you know, Eldos, yeah, it's also wild. You get a lot of people who are shady that side, you know. So Hillbrow, Alex, you know, there's a lot of places where you get people who know how to exploit you as a person, you know. Yeah, you know, criminals always find a way to make things work in their favor. So that's the issue. And yeah, man, we need to address this. So if you have a story to tell when it comes to your experience with both, yeah, man, just hit us up in the comments, and hopefully we can have you on the show and you can tell your story, and hopefully as many more people tell their story, exactly. Something could be done with this, you know.
Gotta change something.
Yeah, so something needs to happen.
Exactly.
From my side as a driver. Yeah.
Even the drivers are allowed to come, you know, and share their stories.
Yeah, man.
Or we can come to your car, you know.
Yeah, it's a platform for everyone.
Everyone is welcome to share their stories.
Yeah, if you have a story to share, you are more than welcome to the channel.
Exactly.
And we welcome you. There will be so much more to discuss, but then, yeah, at this point, we're just going to go and wrap it up. And yeah, we've said a lot. And yeah, it's our first time, so be kind to us. We get in there, and hopefully, as time goes, we'll be better, you know.
Definitely. We will gonna be better. That's a promise.
Yeah, we're gonna grow as a channel.
Exactly. We grow
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please, thank you so much.